In the last 30 days, this channel has gotten close to 1 million views, and the most interesting thing is that they only have 9 videos on their channel. Now, if you go to Social Blade, we can see that they are earning over $3,000 per month. Now, what this channel is doing is that they are creating history documentaries. So I went through some of their videos and I really enjoyed them, but I also realized that you can also be able to create these kind of videos just by using AI tools. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create history videos with AI. But just before we begin, this is a snippet of what we are going to be creating together.
Tonight, we go beyond the surface. What lies behind the veil of the Bermuda Triangle? The legend of the Bermuda Triangle began in the early 20th century, but its history dates back even further. Christopher Columbus wrote of strange lights in the sky as he sailed through these waters in 1492.
Ensure you watch the entire video because I'm also going to be showing you some really cool tips that I think would make your video stand out. Let's get started. Now, the first step is for us to find a script for our video or the story that we want to tell. And for that, we're going to be using ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is really awesome because it can even help you come up with some video ideas. So this is the first prompt that I'm going to be using inside of ChatGPT. I'm starting a history YouTube channel. Could you recommend some of the best stories I could retell? Which of these would do extremely well on YouTube? Enter that. Yeah, and you can see just like that, ChatGPT has given us a wide range of topics for us to choose from. So you can see we have ancient civilizations and empires, and we have some stories under that. And then we also have historical mysteries and myths. When I look at this entire list, I am more pulled towards the unsolved historical mysteries. So for this, I'm going to be going with the Bermuda Triangle, shipwrecks and speculations. Okay, so this is the next prompt that I'm going to enter inside of ChatGPT so that it can create the actual story for us. Give me a YouTube script for the Bermuda Triangle. So this could be whichever story that you've chosen. Make the story very engaging, more like watching a movie. Include AI prompts I could use to create images for the different scenes. Also, as much as possible, try to be accurate, okay? So we know that ChatGPT sometimes has these hallucinations, so I'm trying to ask it to try and be accurate, but after it creates the story, you can always go and do some research on your story so that by the time you present this story to your audience, you have all the facts in order. Yeah, so this is the story that ChatGPT has created for us. We have the title, and then we have the opening scene, and then we have the AI image prompt for that particular scene, and it continues on and on until we have all the different scenes that you're going to need for this. Now, when I look at this introduction, I don't really like it, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create for me another introduction, and this is something that you can do with ChatGPT. You can talk to it as though you're talking to your assistant. You can tell it, I don't like this introduction, please create for me another one. That is exactly what I have done. So I like this introduction much better. So the next thing that we want to do is to start to create the audio that we're going to be using for our story. For that, we're going to be using 11 Labs, and 11 Labs is really awesome. It gives you these voiceovers which are extremely realistic. I'm going to leave for you a link in the description so that you can sign up for your account. Yeah, so once you're signed in into 11 Labs, go to where it says text to speech, and now we're going to start pasting in what we've gotten from ChatGPT so that we can start generating our audio. So when I go back to ChatGPT, I now want it to put the entire story in just one narration. So I'm going to extract the narration of the first story, but then I'm going to ask it to include the second introduction. Yeah, remember we asked it to do another introduction. Yeah, so this is what it has gotten us. Okay, so now I'm going to copy the first paragraph of my story, which is also the first scene, and then I'm going to go back to 11 Labs, paste it here, and then we're going to look for a voice to use. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to be using Callum as the voice that I want to use. But if you want to find more voices, you can just go to where it says voices here, and then you're going to have like a whole selection of the voices in the library, and you can be able to filter them by language, accent, age, gender, all that kind of stuff. But we're just going to go with Callum. Let's generate our first voice over here. Yeah, let's listen to this.
It's a place where compasses spin wildly.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty awesome. Yeah, download it. Let's go to the second paragraph here. Copy it again from ChatGPT. Paste it onto 11 Labs. Do the same thing we've just done. So generate speech. Yeah, once it's done, download it. And you keep doing that until you have all the different voiceovers that you're going to be using for your video. Now we're going to go to the third step, and that is us starting to create the AI images that we're going to be using for our video. And for that, we're going to be using a really powerful tool called Leornado. Now the best thing about Leornado is that you can generate your AI images inside of Leornado and still get to generate motion or videos inside of Leornado from your AI images, which I think is really awesome. So if you don't have an account with Leornado, you can use the link in the description to sign up. So once you're signed in, you're going to go to where it says image creation here, and now we can start generating our images. Yeah, so things to note is that you need to choose a preset model for you to use to create your images. So I'm just going to go with Leonardo Phoenix. This is their latest model. Okay, so now we're going to go back to ChatGPT. So remember, we had asked ChatGPT to give us some AI image prompts to use when we are creating our AI images. But at this point, you could prompt it further so that it makes it easier for you to work. So I'm going to enter in this prompt. Give me prompts to create at least 2 AI images per scene. Yeah, so this is going to make it a bit easier for me to generate more images, because when you're creating these AI videos, you want to ensure you have many images to choose from. So we have all our prompts created here, 2 per scene. I'm going to copy this first one here. Yeah, then we'll paste it back into Leonardo here. And then you also want to ensure that your image dimensions are 16 by 9 because we're creating this for a YouTube video. Click on generate. Yeah, so we have our very first AI images here. Let's take a closer look and see which one we want to use for this. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video, ensure you like it and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Let's continue. Okay, so we have this first one here. Okay, then we have this second one, and the third one, and then the fourth one. I kind of like maybe the first one and the fourth one. So what we need to do now is to create some motion video for these particular images. So just click on motion video here, and then we want to reduce the motion strength to about maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, so that it's not too much, so that it doesn't get very distorted. Click on generate. Okay, then click on view generation. Okay, it's going to take just a little bit of time for it to generate. So while you're waiting, you can start to create the other AI images that you want to be using. Yeah, so the video is going to continue generating. So let's go to the second prompt here. Copy that, paste it. Okay, click on generate. Yeah, and now we can look at the images that it has generated for us. That is the first image, that's the second one, that's the third one, and then we have our fourth image. Okay, so I think I kind of like the fourth image here. So also for this, we're going to generate some motion video for that. But since the other one is not done generating, we can go on to create other AI images for maybe our other scenes as we wait for this to generate. So go back to ChatGPT, copy the next prompt. So this one is for Christopher Columbus, wooden ship sailing under a starry night. Okay, so copy that. Do the same thing we've done for the other images. Just paste it here. Click on generate. Yeah, and you continue doing that, generating the images and also generating some motion for the images that you want to have a bit of motion in them. Yeah, so at the end of the day, you're going to have like so many images and so many videos to choose from. You can see like a really large selection from mine, and then you can download the particular images and videos that you want to use for your video. Now we're going to go to the first step, and that is for us to choose some music that we want to use in our video. For that, I'm going to be using the YouTube audio library. Yeah, so this is a really good place to start. But as you advance, you can decide to use some of the paid platforms like Epidemic Sound to get some really cool music to use for your videos. So here I'm going to search for something like airy. Yeah, so what is the kind of music that we are looking to use for our video? So it's going to be maybe a bit cinematic, a bit dark. Yeah, so let's listen to some of this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this one here, download it, and now we can go to the fifth step, and it is our final step. It is us starting to put our video together or compiling it. For that, we're going to be using CapCut, but you can use any other video editor that you prefer. Now you can use CapCut for free and you can use it online, but I prefer to use the desktop version. So just open up CapCut and then import all the assets that we now have. So we're going to be importing our audio, we're going to be importing our images and videos, we're going to be importing even the music that we've gotten. Yeah, so once you have everything inside of CapCut, now we can start editing our video. The first thing that we want to add are the different audio portions, because remember, I separated my audio portions, so I'm going to add them in the order that they follow each other. And then after that, I'm going to start adding in my images and video. So this one can be my first video here. Okay, so when you put it, and and then you listen to the video and you realize that it doesn't cover the entire part that you wanted it to cover, you can either stretch it if it is an image. If it is a video, then you can change the speed. So for this one, I'm going to just cut the speed maybe into half. This is going to make it longer, then it is going to cover the entire section that I want it to cover. And then you just do this for all the other images and video that you want to add. So I'm going to do this for all of mine. Okay, so I have all my images here, and I have the audio, and I've listened to it to ensure that it goes hand in hand in what is being shown in the particular image or video. And then after this, I want to add in my music here. Okay, and then want to reduce the volume to be really low, so that there's just music in the background, and then we have the narrator also talking. And then I want us to add captions. So to add captions in CapCut, you just go to text here, click on auto captions, click on generate, and then you wait for the captions to generate. Okay, so these are our captions here. You can see them in this sort of burnt orange here. Yeah, you can already see them placed also here. So we want to edit these captions, so just go to captions here, and then you just go through them to ensure that what is being written here is what you want it to say. Yeah, so once you're done, go to text here. We can go to where it says font here. We just look for a font that we like. Maybe we could go with this one here. And then down here, we also want to increase the font size, so I could have it maybe somewhere there. Yeah, and then we want to ensure it is all caps. Okay, so you can see it is all caps. I also want to maybe change the color here in the preset, so it could be somewhere there, or you could have it as whatever color that you like. Yeah, we could just leave it as yellow, yeah, like that. And then we also want to add in some animation here, so go to animation. We can go to captions here, and then we just want to ensure that we have all the captions selected. In animation again, go to captions, and then we choose one of these animations. Yeah, I think I could go with this one here. Little bit, you can see, you know, the way it just has that, you know, moving from one word to the other. If you don't like the colors going together, you can always go back to text and then just choose another color that you prefer. So maybe instead of yellow, we could just go with this one here. Yeah, so now if I play this a little bit, you can see a bit of what is happening on the screen. You can see the text there. Other things that you can add to this are filters and effects. So if I go to effects, and I just want to ensure that maybe I'm at the video effects here, and then I just want to work with the one that says spark. So spark, you can find it somewhere here. I just want to add this one here. This one, this is what I'm going to add like in all the images. So I'll just stretch it here to cover the entire video. We can also reduce the speed and the atmosphere just to ensure that you know, it doesn't take away from our video. Yeah, so that's okay once you're done. And there's so many other things that you can add onto this. You can always explore. You can even add transitions. I don't feel like I want to add in transitions at this point. I feel like you know, it's fairly okay, but the transitions are here. You can just add them. Yeah, so once you're done, just export your video. You can rename it if you prefer. Okay, then click on export, and this is what our final video looks like.
It's a place where compasses spin wildly, skies darken without warning, and entire vessels vanish, leaving behind nothing but whispers of their existence. The Bermuda Triangle, a name that conjures both fear and fascination. For centuries, this enigmatic stretch of ocean has baffled explorers, scientists, and storytellers alike. But tonight, we go beyond the surface. What lies behind the veil of the Bermuda Triangle? The legend of the Bermuda Triangle began in the early 20th century, but its history dates back even further. Christopher Columbus wrote of strange lights in the sky as he sailed through these waters in 1492. Centuries later, the legend grew when 5 U.S. Navy planes, known as Flight 19, disappeared during a training mission in 1945. On December 5, 1945, Flight 19, led by Lieutenant Charles Taylor, reported strange compass readings. The radio crackled with distress. "We can't find west. Everything looks wrong. We're completely lost." Hours later, all 5 planes vanished, along with the rescue aircraft sent to find them. To this day, no wreckage has been recovered. But is there a logical explanation? Scientists have proposed many theories. Some blame the region's unusual magnetic fields, causing compass malfunctions. Others point to sudden undersea methane gas eruptions that could sink ships instantly.
Yeah, so that's our completed video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. If you want to learn how to create more of these kind of faceless videos, ensure you subscribe to the channel. My name is Peris, and I'll catch you on the next one.